you guys? It's your girl Sarah.
And Maya.
And we're charmed and dangerous.
You know, because we're charming.
And we're dangerous. And on today's episode, you can tell what we're going to talk about if you just look at the title right there. But before we get into it, we would love it if you lovely people would subscribe down below. Your girls over here, your two besties. We talk about anything that two besties want to talk about, such as astrology, fuck boys, girl code, healing, all these things that make us better women.
Yes.
If you're about that, if you like our energy, if you like our vibe, go ahead and subscribe. Now on to the video. All right, so Maya, what is your first tip for Taurus to become their most evolved self?
Yes. Okay, so my first tip for y'all Tauruses out there is put yourself out there, okay? And let others in, all right? Now I understand why you keep people. Right.
I'm an advocate for you as a Scorpio. How, why, when?
Right. No, and literally that leads me right into my point, because it's like, I understand, you know what I mean? Just like your sister sign, Scorpios, y'all have, you're very sus of other people. You know what I mean? You don't trust people very easily. You're worried about like them hurting you and betraying you, which is totally fair. You know what I mean? Especially because y'all are really good people. However, you can't let that keep you from getting out of the game. You know what I mean? Like, you can't let the fear of being hurt or things changing keep you from getting all the things that you possibly deserve in this life. You know what I mean? I feel like the fear of change can sometimes be really debilitating for y'all. And it's like, if you can't trust other people, trust yourself. You know what I mean? Because I trust in you guys that you will be able to peep these toxic behaviors and cut the people out when you need to. You know what I mean? So don't cut yourself off from like all these amazing like opportunities and love that's possibly waiting out there for you. Okay,
I think it's really funny that your first point is that, because it's a good point, but I feel like my point is like the complete opposite of that, which is set better boundaries. But I feel like you could still be more open to getting to know people, but still have good boundaries. You know what I mean? I feel like sometimes Taurians lack boundaries with the people that they have known for a long time.
Yeah, for sure.
You know? And I don't know, I just feel like you would assume fixed earth has mastered boundaries. But in reality, Taurus loves to protect their peace. Yeah. They will literally ignore a problem and pretend it's not there, but once people realize that you do this, they're gonna take advantage of you. It's because they expect you to always react the same way forever because you're fixed earth. Doesn't mean that you should, you know? You should be standing up for yourself and fuck it, like rock the boat. It doesn't matter, you know? Otherwise, people are always gonna take advantage of you and your generosity and treat you however they wanna treat you because they'll expect you to always be there. You know, Taurus is that really loyal sign that is always going to be there, and like they love the loyalty aspect of their personality, and we do too. But sometimes there's people out there that know that because you're so loyal, no matter what they do, they're going to get away with it because you don't want to get to know new people. You are distrusting of new people, so you're always going to want to be with your day ones even though they're toxic. You know?
Even though they're not good for you anymore.
Yeah, and they haven't been for a long time, but you're not putting yourself out there. You hate being uncomfortable and you hate meeting new people, but these new people can have better intentions for you. You know, and you should learn to set boundaries so when you do make these new friends, you can feel safe in those relationships because you've learned how to set good boundaries. You know?
Okay, for my second point for y'all Taurians is I feel that you should be connecting to a higher power weekly, okay? Because life isn't boring, and I feel like sometimes Taurus is like, y'all get bored with life and you're just kind of like apathetic with things. And I feel like that's because y'all are like super grounded to this earth, and I feel like sometimes you'll try and like satisfy all of your needs with the material items, and that's not really what's going to satisfy you at the end of the day. You know what I mean? Like after a while, your material things don't satisfy you fully. So I recommend getting into some like spirituality stuff, whether that be astrology or, you know, like meditation or religion, whatever your vice is. Just find something where you can connect with more than just like yourself, you know what I mean? And more than just the material things in this world, because I feel like to be truly happy on earth, you have to like go on the inside before you can like really love all the things on the outside.
No, I see that. I feel like Taurus, definitely being an earth sign, enjoys earthly pleasures more than anything else, you know, eating, shopping, which, you know, listen, I love those things more than the next
nothing
person.
wrong with it.
But I also am a spiritual person and I love my spirituality, but sometimes I feel like Taurus, I don't know what it is about y'all. It's almost like you guys, again, don't want to try something new and you feel like it's a waste of time. I feel like a lot of times you guys think a lot of things is a waste of time, but think about the things that you're wasting your time on. You know what I mean? So like try something else to waste your time on.
Yes.
Okay, so for my second point, I feel like I want you guys to learn to be flexible when it comes to 1 to 2 aspects of your life. I could just say be flexible in general, but like I also want you to keep listening to me. So that's why I said 1 to 2. We're starting off slow, okay? I'm your sister sign, so I know how it goes.
I love this.
You know, speaking to you. And I feel like that's not much to ask, right, Fixed Earth?
No. Just 1, 2.
Yeah, just 1, 2. 1, 2. I know you're comfortable in your ways and you don't really see the point of trying something new or changing things, but I also know that in order to evolve, you need to be open to change. Like that's just how the rule goes, you know? So start off slow, like wake up at a different time, start a new hobby, whatever it may be for you. I promise you, once you do it once, you're gonna have that itch in you to do it again. And before you know it, you're gonna be a flexible queen, okay? You're gonna be so proud of yourself.
And yes, I feel like y'all can definitely benefit from a little bit of flexibility. Just a little bit.
Yeah.
You know, I know it's scary for change. I know y'all are stubborn.
Yeah.
But everybody can benefit from a little bit of change. Like Sarah said, like that's how you could truly evolve. Change has to be involved with evolution.
Yeah. And I feel like sometimes I'm like, do you guys want to evolve? Like it seems like some of you don't.
Yeah.
But I feel like I've met plenty of you that also do. So if you're one of those Tauruses that actually wants to evolve, I'm letting you know the first step is being flexible to change. You can't evolve being the same person.
Yeah.
It's just not possible.
It's not gonna work. Can't do the same thing expecting different results.
Yeah. That's insanity.
Yes. My last point I feel like flows really well with what we were just talking about. Taureans, I know y'all are very stubborn. But, and that you don't like change, but maybe learn to not be so dismissive when other people are sharing different ideas with you. I feel like when people try and like talk to them about like new ideas, all of a sudden they turn into this like impenetrable, like soundproof wall. And like nothing is coming in anymore. You know? You know? And like, I feel like you don't have to change your mind. It's actually one of the things that I really respect about you is how y'all stick to your morals, but you can stick to your morals and still learn something new and not be dismissive to what other people feel. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I feel like sometimes you guys just like walk away or shut down because you don't necessarily want to deal with it or know how to deal with it. Or, you know, you don't like this new idea that is being presented to you. And I just want to say, like, be open to it. You don't have to change your mind. Just hear the person out. You might learn something new.
Honestly, and I just want to say, I really want you to internalize this. It's okay if you're wrong. You know? I know you guys are like, never felt that, never been
What's that?
I don't know what that is. Promise you have been wrong once before. But y'all love to act like you are never wrong. And it's like, that's just not true. Like sometimes you're wrong. Sometimes you get the date mixed up. Sometimes you said something that you didn't mean or that you had the wrong fact. You guys need to learn to admit that. You know, it's like, it literally is like fighting with a rock when you have the proof that proves their theory to be wrong or their opinion to be wrong.
Yeah.
But they're still with their whole entire chest trying to say, no, I'm right, even though the proof is there. Like, that to me cracks me the fuck up about Taurus energy, because like, it would drive someone insane.
Yeah.
But like, I know them, I understand your energy, so I've learned to just be like, just Taurus being Taurus, you know what I mean?
Right.
But like, goddamn, it's okay to be wrong. It's okay. It makes life fun.
Right. People still think you're smart.
Yeah, people think you're dope regardless. You're Taurus. You're beautiful.
Right.
You're grounding. Yeah. You're lovely to be around, you know?
So much. Yeah, so don't be embarrassed.
Yeah, don't be embarrassed.
And don't be dismissive.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. Sometimes I feel like also when they're proven wrong, they get really dismissive and they just turn into an ice cold bitch. I'm like, why does this have to do with me? Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm sorry I was the bearer of bad news, but like, yeah, like you were wrong. I'm sorry.
It's like, oh, I'm sorry for like disturbing you.
And
it makes us feel bad.
And that should say something. And I'm a fucking Scorpio. Like usually I'm like whatever, but like with Taurus I'm like, ugh. Like I know my sister sign, so I'm like, they're gonna get crazy. Like.
And you know me, this is personal for me too, because like my Sag ass, I'm always like throwing new ideas out there. And
like,
they're just like, no. And they just shut it down.
And they don't give any reaction either. Right. You know what I mean? That's the funniest part.
It kills me.
That's why I also love Taurus humor, because it's so dry.
Yes.
I love it. Okay, so my last and final tip, Taurus. Let shit go. Listen, y'all can be some straight up hoarders. I'm talking physically and emotionally. Ooh. Holding on to these things like brings you a false sense of security and, you know, safety. So you hold on to them for dear life, and just the thought of losing them scares you. But don't you see how much power that gives them? You know, when you're so scared of it being taken away, like it's your everything, like let it go. You know what I mean? If it's meant for you, it will always be there. You don't need to hold on to things so tightly because you're scared that it'll be taken away from you. Like, just let it go. And you want that power to be within you, not within all the things that you have or all the resentment that you carry, you know? And in order to evolve, you have to say bye to all the things that you have accumulated in your life. I'm not saying get rid of everything, but in order to start new, you need to downsize. Like, you have to downsize, and I know you can downsize. You have a lot of shit. You do. And it's okay. Yeah. I love my nice things too, but I've noticed with Tauruses that they hold on to things because they remind them of something, and it's like, but you have no use for it now. Yeah. You know, in your space now that you've evolved. Yeah. You know? So you need to learn to let it go. And also in terms of emotions, because that was like the physical stuff. In terms of emotions, I feel like y'all are really good at keeping it together, but under the surface, you guys are like a volcano literally waiting to erupt. And you know, you owe it to yourself to forgive and forget so you can make room for better situations in your life. You don't have to pretend that you're okay all the time. It's okay. Let it out. Let it out.
I feel like y'all be doing that controlling thing sometimes, and it's like, you can't hold it close to your chest. You gotta let it go a little bit and like live a little free.
And see if it comes back to you. And some things are not meant to come back to you. Right. And that's okay. Because maybe you're better off without it, honestly. Right. Maybe you're about to thrive if you just let that dead weight go.
Yeah, if you don't want to stay, it's dead weight. It is.
So let it
Even
go.
if you love it, let it go.
So if you're a Taurus watching this, get rid of some stuff, you know, in your space, and forgive some people. I know it's hard. I know you're probably pretending, I already forgave them. Why are you so angry with me? Why'd you say that so angrily? You know
Why are you so mad that she did this? Alright, y'all, thank you so much for watching our episode on how y'all Taureans can be your most evolved selves, okay? If you didn't know, we got a podcast, and on that podcast, we pose a question. Well, we pose the question here, and we get deeper into it on our podcast. It's a late night podcast. It's sexy. It's fun. So make sure you check it out. And are you ready for the question?
Yes.
So the question is, what habit should Taurus learn to let go of most? So if you want to hear our answer, y'all know you do. Make sure you check out our podcast.
I don't know if Taurus does.
Yeah. Well, everybody else who wants to hear the tea on Taurus.
Maybe they're down. Maybe they're like, okay, I'm gonna try.
I'm open to learning about me.
I'm ready to evolve.
Right. They're ready. Yeah, they're ready for it.
They're ready. I feel it. I feel it. You feel it? I feel it.
We're ready for you. So, like I said, that podcast will be live on Tuesday. Make sure you comment down below with your tips on how a Taurus can be their most evolved self. If you're a Taurus, let us know how you have come to be your most evolved, wonderful ass self. Okay, comment down below. Let the people know.
Yes.
We're gonna link. Yes, give us the tips. We're gonna link our socials somewhere around here. We post every Monday and Thursday for our YouTube and every Tuesday for our podcast, like I said. And we'll see y'all later. Have a good week. Bye.